Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let's begin today's class. Today, we're going to see, I hope you like this class, the rise to fame. Do you know who is this person?
Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Okay. And what is the rise? The rise to fame. What is that?
It's like
What is
becoming famous.
becoming? Becoming. Maybe it's
think so.
not the becoming. The rise would actually be the journey or the effect of going up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, up, 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 up. That's the rise.
Okay.
Rise to fame. Okay. What do you know about your favorite celebrity? Is from England, plays soccer, speaks Spanish. What do you know about your favorite celebrity?
Well,
Guys?
in my case, to be honest, I don't have a favorite celebrity. No, I don't have no singer, no how do you say deportista, sport,
Athlete?
an athlete. Yeah, I don't have, to be honest, teacher. I don't have a favorite celebrity. I really love playing soccer. Yeah, but to watch a soccer match, for me it's boring. I prefer playing soccer,
Okay.
and I don't have a favorite celebrity.
Okay, what about the rest of you guys?
Yes, in fact, I don't have a favorite celebrity too.
No? What about Hani and Mariela and
Well, for me, I love to see movies, but I don't have a favorite celebrity too, teacher.
a favorite celebrity either?
Either.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at this. How did your favorite celebrity become famous? Let's talk about this guy. How did this guy become famous?
Is that Tobey Maguire?
What?
Is it Tobey Maguire
Yes.
from Spider-Man?
Yeah.
From the movie Spider-Man, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who Russell Watson is?
No.
I don't have
Nobody knows?
No.
No, I don't.
No.
Okay, let's watch. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. There. So what do you think of this guy?
He was a great musician. A musician.
What?
He was a great, amazing musician.
Musician?
A
You mean
singer.
singer?
Singer. Ah, sorry. Singer.
It's all right. He's a great singer. Where is he from?
Maybe he's from Australia.
Maybe from Australia. How
I
can
think.
you imagine he became famous?
For his music
For his music?
or his voice.
His voice? Okay. Read the newspaper article about Russell Watson. Go ahead, read it, please. Tell me when you're finished, please.
I finished.
You're finished?
I'm finished too.
Yeah, all right.
Finish too.
Now, what do you think about it? Was it just luck?
He was
What could
very
have happened?
lucky.
Wait, what could have happened if he hadn't done any of the things he did? Let's go in groups and you're going to ask and answer the questions with the classmate. There, the questions are in the WhatsApp group. So let's go. All right, Alan and Mariela, please stay. Don't go.
All right.
Okay, Alan, Mariela, please ask and answer the questions. You can share your screen.
Okay, teacher.
Do you have the picture, Mariela?
Yes, I wanna share to you.
All right, thank you.
Let me see. Okay, I have it. Can you see it?
It's loading.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
What do you think about him?
Okay, sorry. For my case, I think he was very lucky to have the opportunity to sing and do the The thing
Contest?
that, yes.
Very good. What do I think about him? In my case, I don't really know his music, but the little that I read, I respect the artist that looks for it. He works hard for opportunities like that and takes them.
Yes.
I say it because I also do music, and
Oh,
I'm hoping that
amazing.
one day, yeah, I'm hoping that one day I get the same opportunity to meet someone that could help me come up.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, I respect his hustle, and maybe it was luck, but it's also his dedication of his hard work.
Yes, it's hard
So
to be patient.
not everything is luck. It's his own hard work.
Yes, that's true. What could have happened if he hadn't done any of the things he did? What do you think?
Again, I think the same thing. Like maybe if he didn't win the contest for whatever reason, I don't think he would have given up. I don't think he would have given up. Maybe he would have kept looking for the spot
Yes,
and keep trying.
yes. And what type do you what type music do you do?
I do rap.
Ah,
Yeah, I have music on Spotify.
on Spotify?
Yeah.
What is the name?
Look me up like Fat Boy.
Ah, okay.
It's with PHAT.
PHA?
Yeah, AT.
Okay, Pat.
Yeah, fat and then boy.
Pat boy.
BOY.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. What do you think? What would have happened? What could have happened if he hadn't done any of the things he did?
Well, I think he I don't know how to explain it, but I think he could spend more time in the first job that he got, and maybe he couldn't be a singer like right now, maybe.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see, Mariela, can you finish your sharing?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, Mariela. There you go, guys. Did you finish all the questions, guys? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's continue. There. Now we're going to listen to some students, different students, talk about this article. Talk about this. They are answering these questions. So all you got to do is listen to them and tell me who do you agree with, okay?
Listen to the students talk about Russell Watson's career. Which comments do you agree with? Dennis.
It's a good thing he entered that contest. If he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
Brian.
And who knows what would have happened if he'd stayed in school? Maybe he would have done something entirely different.
Stephanie.
Well, I think he would have found a way to be a singer. In fact, if he had continued his education, he could have had formal training and gotten an earlier start as a singer.
Anne,
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it was pretty brave of him to quit his job. If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
Kathleen,
What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera in a club. If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people loved his opera voice.
All right, guys. Who do you agree with?
In my case, I agree with Stephanie.
In my case, with Dennis, because he won a contest.
He won a contest?
He won a contest.
Who?
The singer, I don't remember his name.
Ah, the singer, Russell Watson.
Yeah, and he won a contest, and this is important for any singer.
All right, thank you. Continue, guys. Who do you agree with?
Yeah, he got confidence after he won the contest, and I agree with Dennis too.
Thank you.
I agree
What
with
about
A because she mentioned that Russell was very brave to quit his job and got a manager, so he took a risk.
Yeah.
And I agree with Steph too.
With Stephanie?
Yes, Stephanie.
Yeah. So what do they say? What does Dennis say?
Dennis said that he may not be confident if he won the contest.
If he won?
The
If
contest.
he wouldn't have won
Okay.
the contest.
If he wouldn't won? Like that? Wouldn't won?
Have won, right?
Have won?
The contest.
Okay. If he wouldn't have won the contest, what?
He may not be confident. Might not be confident.
He might not be confident.
Yes.
Okay. What about Brian? What does he say? You don't remember, guys?
He said that if he had studied, he could have done something entirely different.
He could have what?
He could have done something entirely different.
Entirely
different.
What about Stephanie? What does Stephanie say?
She says about the training.
No, she said that he will find the way to become a singer. No?
He will?
Find?
He will find a way?
Yes.
No. What about Anne? You want to listen again?
Yes.
Please listen again.
listen to the students talk about Russell Watson's career. Which comments do you agree with? Dennis.
It's a good thing he entered that contest. If he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
Brian.
And who knows what would have happened if he'd stayed in school? Maybe he would have done something entirely different.
Stephanie.
Well, I think he would have found a way to be a singer. In fact, if he had continued his education, he could have had formal training and gotten an earlier start as a singer.
Anne.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it was pretty brave of him to quit his job. If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
Kathleen.
What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera in a club. If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people loved his opera voice.
Okay, guys, so what do you have? Who do you agree with? Who agrees with Anne?
I kind of agree with Anne
Yeah, what does she say?
because she said that he took a risk at singing opera in a club.
Yes, that he was pretty brave.
Okay. What about Kathleen? Nothing? All right. Let's check your answers, guys. There. Let's go first with the first one. Dennis. He would have won. If he wouldn't have won the contest, he might not be confident. Is that complete?
Confidence to become a
If
singer.
he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence. Oh, misspelled. Oh, no, that's because it's with the B. Okay, what about number two? Brian. If he had studied, he would have something entirely different, right?
Yes.
If he had stayed in school, maybe he would have done something entirely different. Ah, very close. Next, number three, Stephanie. He will find a way.
He would have found.
He would have. Okay, what about Anne? What did she say?
If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
So she says this. So it's not that, right? It's not what you guys said over here. And Kathleen, what did she say?
If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people love his opera voice.
There. Great. So do you still agree with the same people?
Yes.
I hope so. Yeah. All right, good.
Listen to the student.
Can you complete the sentences? Go ahead in your notebooks, please complete. If Russell Watson had stayed in school, maybe he
would have.
in your notebook. If he won the talent contest, he might not have become a singer. Please Write a complete sentence in your notebook. Are you finished?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Compare your answers.
Okay, for the first one, I put if Russell Watson had stayed in school, maybe he would have had a very different career.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I have the
wrote.
same.
I wrote he would have chosen. Well, no, because that's the word had, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes. He would have had a very different career.
Mhm. For number two, I wrote if he wouldn't won that talent contest, he might not have become a singer.
I have something different. I wrote if he hadn't won that talent contest, he might not have become a singer.
I put the same.
Ah,
If he
okay.
hadn't won.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, me too.
Okay, guys, let's check your answers. If Russell Watson had stayed in school, maybe he
Would have
had a very different career. Number two, if he
hadn't
what?
hadn't
Hadn't won the talent contest, he might not have become a singer. Perfect, guys. Good job. What type of conditional is this?
third one.
What?
Is the third one?
Yes, is the third one. And we use the third conditional when we are talking hypothetically about the past. Okay. Listen and read at the same time.
Page 99. 2. Grammar. Talking hypothetically about the past. You can use sentences with if to talk hypothetically about the past. Use the past perfect form in the if clause and a past modal in the main clause. If plus past perfect.
If Watson had stayed in school,
Past modal would have, could have, might have, etc.
maybe he would have done something entirely different.
If he hadn't won the talent contest, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
If he had continued his education, He could have gotten formal music training.
Hypothetical questions about the past.
What would have happened if he had stayed in school? Would he have become a singer?
Great. So the conditionals are complete in this way. And we have two separate parts. First, we have the if clause. And what's after the if clause, guys?
A comma.
Uh-huh. And what is this?
The result.
The result. There you go. So what you have here is that the event that didn't happen. So if the event that didn't happen is in the statement, that means we're talking about an imaginary situation, correct? Correct?
Yes.
If this is an
Yes.
imaginary situation, what is this?
The result.
An imaginary result, right?
Yes.
And that's what we have in every single one of them. So if he hadn't won the contest, he might have had the confidence to become a singer. Or if he had continued his education, he could have gotten formal music training. Now, one thing that we can notice here is that with the if clause, talking about the past, now we use the past perfect. What's the difference with the second conditional, guys? Well, let's not get into that right now. Let's continue with this. So we have if condition, if expression, past perfect. So if Watson had stayed, if he hadn't won, if he had continued, in the past result, it will be with would have, could have, or might have. Maybe he would have done. He might not have had, and he could have gotten. One more time. With the if clause, it's only if plus past perfect. And in the result, then we have would, could, or might, and with each one, have. Correct?
Yes.
So we have would have, might have, and could have. And the questions in the simple, with the information questions, what would have happened if he had stayed in school? And the yes, no question, would he have become a singer? Do you have any questions?
Yes, teacher, I have a question.
Yeah?
In the result, we will use the verb in past.
Nope. How is the verb in the past, in this past modal would have? We saw it yesterday, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how does the verb go after the past modal would have?
Past participle.
Past participle.
Yes.
Yes, Emmanuel?
Yes.
All right, good. Another question? No more? We have the third conditional, okay? The structure is if, past perfect, perfect conditional. What is a perfect conditional? Would or wouldn't have?
And past participle.
Plus past participle. And what is the other model?
Could, might.
Could or?
Might.
Might.
In the same line?
Couldn't, would, might not.
Might not.
And might or might not. What happened? There. Could, might or might not. Hi, Shadel. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine. Thank
Good
you.
to see you. You didn't come yesterday or the day before?
I had a problem, teacher, but I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. Okay. So here we have these expressions: if, past perfect, perfect conditional. What is the usage? The usage is for imaginary situations in the past. And what are the examples? The examples are, if I had got a gold medal, is this correct?
Gotten.
Yeah, got is incorrect. The verb is gotten.
Gotten.
If I had gotten a gold medal, I would have been happy. Or if I had met Susan last week, I would have given her my number. Something like that. So the third conditional always goes like this. If I had, or and I would have. Now, what we can change in this is the subject. Okay, but everything else remains the same. In the third conditional, we have the if clause. If she had run faster, comma, we have the main clause or the result clause. She would have, could have, might have won the race. Notice how we can change the positions of this. The main clause can go at the beginning. She could have, would have, could have, might have won the race. No comma. Look, there is no comma here. No comma, because the main class is at the beginning. So she would have won the race if she had run faster. And that would be a period, not a comma. There. Note, to form negative sentences, add not after would. So the negation, the not, is after would, and that's how we make wouldn't, couldn't. But with might is might not, correct?
Yes.
To form negative sentences, add not after had. That's how we get had run. Now let's do number one together. If I had worked harder, I might have made more money. One more time, remember the structure. If I had worked, if I had worked harder, I might have made more money. So let's analyze number 2. If Tim had bought a new car, nice. Now we're talking about a third person. If Tim had bought a new car,
He might
now,
have traveled.
he might have traveled.
I think maybe well, I don't know, he have changed for has. Okay, he might have traveled different places.
One more time, mister. What did you say about have or has?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think maybe it changed because we're talking about third person.
After the modal might?
He might has traveled.
After the modal might?
It stays have.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have he has traveled. But now you're adding a modal verb might in between the subject and the verb.
Subject. Okay.
So what happens with the modal verb? Does it stay the same?
Yes.
He might has traveled.
No.
He might have traveled.
It changed to the simple form.
That's right. This is incorrect. So is he might have traveled. There. Okay, mister?
Yes, teacher.
All right, good. Next. He might have traveled to different places. Yeah. That works. The grammatically is correct. Number 3. If Mrs. Brown hadn't found her cat,
she might not to buy a new cat.
she might not to buy.
To bought.
To bought?
Bought. What is the in
I
participle?
don't know. Because you're saying
Yeah.
she might not to, but is that correct?
Could be she might have bought.
She might not.
Might have. Sorry, she might have. No, she might not have.
She might not have. One more time.
She
might
not. She might not have bought a new cat.
New cat. She might not have bought.
She might not have.
But if Mrs. Brown hadn't found her cat, she hadn't found. Okay, so the real story or the real event, it means she found
it.
her cat. So she didn't buy a new cat, right? Correct? So
Yes.
if she didn't buy a new cat, then she might not have bought. Yes.
Have.
There. She might not have bought. She might not have. Not without the negation. Is she might have. Because in the story is that if she hadn't found her cat.
Okay.
So one more time. She found her cat. Then, if Mrs. Brown hadn't found her cat, she didn't buy a new cat. She might have bought a new cat.
Yeah.
Notice how the tense, it changes, it shifts positive to negative and negative to positive or opposites. So is hadn't found, found. It goes from negative to positive. Didn't buy to might have bought. So negative to positive. They change to opposites, right?
Right.
So if Mrs. Brown hadn't found her cat, she might have bought a new cat. There. Number 4. If I hadn't forgotten my key,
I could be early in the job.
I could be early.
Been.
I could be.
Uh-huh.
Have.
Have.
I could have been early to work. There you go. That's good. Let's go for the next one. Number 5. You might have gotten hurt. So we can just use our imaginations. If you
had listened to me?
Listened? No, that's incorrect. Because on the result clause, you have you might have gotten hurt. Is this positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So the real result is positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. You didn't get hurt. So do you think we can say if you had listened to me?
If you hadn't listened to me.
If you hadn't listened to me. That's a lot better.
Yes.
Okay, next, number 6. Once again, use your imaginations. I could have been famous.
Teacher,
Yes.
the verb listen in number 5 is in past participle or
Yes,
is
it
it
is. Listen, thank you.
Okay.
Number 6. If. Now we can say I, or let's do differently. If my father had sent me to music school, comma, I could have been famous. What does this mean? Let's check it out. It means if my father had sent me. This is positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Positive. So the real event is positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
So it's a negative event. Now, my father had sent. How do we say this? My father in simple past or in past perfect?
Didn't send. My father didn't send me to music
My
school.
father didn't send me to music school. Right?
Yeah.
And the result? What is the result? Positive or negative?
It's positive.
What? It's a positive result. So we will have what type of result in the real event? Positive or negative?
Negative.
A negative result. In which tense? Simple past?
Simple
past.
past.
And what is that result? In simple past, I
couldn't be famous.
Oh my gosh. Now, what's another way to say this sentence? I couldn't be famous.
I wouldn't be famous.
I wouldn't be famous? No, my father didn't send me to music school. So I didn't become famous. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Number 7. Tom would have passed his exam. Now, this is easy. If Tom, so first we can take a look at this. Tom would have passed his exam. This is an imaginary result. So what is the real event? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive?
Negative.
Yeah.
No, negative.
We have a positive imaginary result. So the real event is
Negative.
negative. And what is that result?
Tom didn't pass the exam.
Tom didn't pass. There, Tom didn't pass the exam. So what is the real event over here?
Positive.
Tom didn't study.
Tom didn't study, yes. So Tom didn't study. So Tom didn't pass the exam. Easy, correct? Now I have this. Tom didn't study. Simple past real event. How does that work on the if clause? What do I need?
Had studied.
If Tom had studied, comma, Tom would have passed his exam. There you go. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, number 8. They might have been happier. Who is they, guys? We need to identify who is they. I don't know yet, but first, let's see. If this is my imaginary result, what is my real event result? In which sense? They, what?
Didn't.
They didn't.
Become happy.
Become?
Uh-huh.
We have a comparative, happier. So maybe what we can say is interpret. Happier. So instead of didn't become, we can say in the past, negative. Happier. What is happier? It's an adjective. What verb do we use with an adjective? A comparative adjective.
Could be weren't.
That's right, weren't. Let's see if it works with our sentence. So if I have that this, they weren't happy. So imagination. If, no, I'm sorry. What is this? What is the real event in positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Maybe negative, maybe positive. I don't know. It depends on your idea, on your imagination, the context that you use. For example, my students.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't go home earlier. Today. So that would be incomplete because I have a comparative. I have a new one. My students didn't get 100% on the exam. So they weren't happier. Something like that. So let's work with this. My students didn't get 100%. What is the if clause?
If my students had gotten
100% on their exams, comma,
They might have.
yes. What do you think? Work? Does it work or doesn't work?
Yes, it works.
It works. There you go. Let's go for the next one. Number 9. If I hadn't found a new job. Oh, now it's easy because now I have the clause right here. But first, what we can do is think. What is the real event?
I found a job, a new job.
I found. Why? Because what we have in the imaginary situation is a negative in past perfect. So the negative past perfect becomes a positive simple past. I found a new job. So let's continue. I found a new job. So or let's do better yet. So my wife, guys, what do you think? Or my parents, no ideas? Took me out to eat, to celebrate. There. If that's the real event, notice how we have simple past, positive. What is the result in the imaginary?
Mm,
In negative,
My
My
parents.
parents
wouldn't have taken.
there. That's correct. My parents wouldn't have taken me out to eat, to celebrate. Okay. What about the number 10? If it had rained yesterday, let's do two sentences, one in positive and one in negative. If it had rained yesterday, I would have gotten wet. I wouldn't have
to water my plants.
to water.
Yeah, my
To
plants.
water. To water. To water. Hello?
Without
Yeah.
To water.
Have watered.
Have watered.
Have water to my plants.
To my plants.
Just my plants.
I wouldn't have water. Water only like that. I wouldn't have water.
With ED.
With ED. My plants. There you go. I would have gotten wet. I wouldn't have watered my plants. That's an example, and I think it's good. Now, do you have another idea? Another positive and negative as well.
I would have been in the class.
I would have been in class. And a negative one?
I
would. I would have been in class. I wouldn't have missed it. Now let's check this. The real event is that it rained, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not it rained.
It
didn't rain.
It didn't rain.
So, what is this tense? I would have been in class. Means
So I was late.
Nope.
I wasn't in class.
I
I wasn't in class. And the negative, I wouldn't have missed it. What does that mean? I
Missed it.
missed it. That's right. Here you go. Let's go for the next one, number 11. If we had arrived on time, we could have
We could have eaten more food.
eaten. Negative. We might not have.
We might not have time.
Nope. What's after have?
A verb in
verb.
past participle.
A verb in participle. So we might not have
arrived.
Missed.
what?
Arrived.
You already have arrived in the story.
Oh,
You already said it on the class.
Have right time. Okay. We could have.
We might not have missed the movie.
We might not have had time for it.
No.
Well, let's go to the real results. I mean, to the real events. The real event, if we had arrived on time, what is the real event?
We didn't arrive.
Didn't arrive on time. So what, guys? Happened?
So we missed the movie?
No, it's right here. I want you to finish this.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't eat more food.
We didn't?
We ate.
Nope.
Couldn't
eat.
We couldn't. Eat more food. So now that you have this, now let's imagine a second clause in the negative result. So we didn't arrive on time. So we couldn't eat more food and what? What else, guys?
We couldn't see the movie.
We couldn't. The movie. So now in the if clause, in the third conditional, if we had arrived on time, we could have eaten more food. Again, instead of might not have, it's we might have. Seen the movie. All right, next. Yes? But before we do the last one, I want to check something I forgot to mention. Don't worry, I'll take this out in a second. What I want to show you is a timeline. This will be very important for you to study. In a timeline, we have the present, we have the future, and we have the past. Okay, now with black color, I want to tell you the real result, the real events. Okay, real events. Remember, we're talking about the past, okay? I ate too much at the restaurant. So the bill was very expensive. Now, what time tense are we using in the real events?
Simple past.
We are using simple past. I ate, the bill was. It's a very an easy way to see it. Simple past. Correct?
Yes, teacher.
Now
Yes.
I want to put with blue letters the imaginary events. If I hadn't eaten so much at the restaurant, comma, the bill wouldn't have been so expensive. Can I do this? I want to do it separately, so yeah, I know. There. Okay, now what tenses do we have in the imaginary situations? What do we have?
Past perfect.
We have past perfect for the if clause. And what do we have? Perfect modal for the result clause. So where is this event then? This past perfect, where is it? Will it be here or will it be here? In A or in B?
B.
In B?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You don't know. Okay. Then we already saw some of this. I ate the sandwich that I buy, or I had bought earlier at school. Now, what is the correct expression? I buy or I had bought?
The second one.
Is I had bought. Why are we using the past perfect?
We're
I
talking
don't
about a
know.
past event.
What?
Because we're talking about a past event or something that happened in the past.
Okay. I ate the sandwich. This is simple past, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this happened here in the simple past. When is this?
Before that.
Before that, that's right. So the past perfect is the past of the past. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so now back again in the imaginary situations. If I hadn't eaten, where is the tense? A or B?
B.
B.
It would, yeah, it would be B. So many errors. So B, not A. There. And what about the result clause? What is this perfect model? Where is it? Here or here?
After.
No, is the B as well. It's an imaginary situation right there. Because this eating at the restaurant and then the bill, it happened one right next to another, right? Maybe eating was like 7:30 p.m. And then the result was at 8 o'clock p.m. Correct?
Yeah.
There you go. So what I want you to see is that when you have a real event in the past, simple past, then your conditionals go to the past perfect for the if clause and the perfect model for the result clause. There. You want to take your picture or you want me to send you the slide?
Send the slide, please.
Of course, give me one little second. There. Oh my gosh, what is this? There, I sent it. Now what we need to do is this. Oh, we didn't finish the last one. Let's finish the last one. If the dog had bitten me, my father would have, help me guys.
Got mad?
Very good, got mad. There. The next one. Write each of the two sentences below as one. Use the third conditional with had or hadn't plus would have. We have the example. Sam didn't get up early. He was late for work. So we have, if Sam had gotten up early, result, he wouldn't have been late for work. What do you have for number 2?
If we didn't bring our umbrellas.
Nope, that's incorrect.
If we hadn't.
If we hadn't
brought,
yeah,
umbrellas.
Our umbrellas.
Comma.
Yes.
We would have gotten wet.
Yes.
Wouldn't.
We would have. Would have been positive.
Wouldn't.
Look at the sentence. We got. Is this positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So the result will be
Negative.
negative. So how is it?
We wouldn't have.
We wouldn't have. Yes. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, guys?
Yes.
All right. What about number 3? Jake didn't study.
If Jake had studied,
Comma, continue.
he
Wouldn't have.
Failed.
He wouldn't fail.
He wouldn't fail?
Wouldn't have failed
He wouldn't have failed
the test.
test. That's right. That's good. What about the next one? 4, I rode the bicycle. I fell off.
If I hadn't ridden the bicycle,
Continue.
I wouldn't fallen off. I wouldn't have fallen off.
Yes. That's right. Number 5.
If I hadn't met him yesterday, comma, I might not.
Might.
New.
Known. Known.
Nope. Nope.
Hey.
Known.
Nope. Not yet anyways.
New. No.
No, that's not correct.
Have known.
Ah, yes.
Have known. That's
Yes,
right. There you go. And let's go for the last one. The TV was broken. They were bored.
If the TV hadn't been broken, they wouldn't have been bored.
There you go. Okay, now it's a little late. Actually, it's already late. Do you want to take your picture?
Yes.
Yes.
You want a picture or you want to send you the slide?
I got it.
You got it? Perfect. Now, I will send you this. This will be homework. And this will be homework to this article. Actually, this is the slide I will be sending you. So that will be homework, piece of homework number 2, 3, and this, all of this. Now, this will be very important to you, for you to do it, because tomorrow we have a little bit more of this, and it's not a little bit easy. So study as much as you can and practice as much as you can before tomorrow. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Sure.
Now, who exited? Citlali is not here, right?
No.
Yes, Citlali left. Yes, I will send you the homework, and you remember, you have the WhatsApp group. You can talk to your fellow teachers, classmates, get together and review the answers, compare answers, check homeworks, get some help, ask for opinions and advice, whatever you need to do. We need to go over this topic in a bigger and deeper detail. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll continue tomorrow, and have a great night, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, teacher.
Thank you,
I'll see you
teacher.
tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Anna.
Bye, teacher. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.